Are you in a season right now? Have you had a season where you don't have enough? How do we handle seasons of lack? They come and go. Some of the seasons are long and some are short. The question in the midst of the season, in the midst of a season of lack, what do I have in my hand? What has God given me? And how does Jesus want me to pour out for his glory? There's a story in 1 Kings 17, it's verses 8 to 16, where the Lord says to one of his prophets, he says to Elijah, he's in the season, there's not enough, there's a drought in the land, there's a famine in the land. And the Lord says to Elijah to go to see this widow in Zarephath. And the Lord's instructed her to feed him. So Elijah goes and he arrives at the gates and he sees this widow gathering sticks and he just asks her for some water. That's it. And as she's going to get him this water, he says, "Bring me a bite of bread too." And she responds, she's like, "I swear by the Lord your God, I don't even have a single piece of bread. I don't have anything to give you. In fact, my cupboard is so bare that all I have is a handful of flour, a little tiny cooking oil. I'm gathering these sticks to basically cook the last meal for my son and I before we die." Like that's where, think of the heavy heart. I am in so much need. I have so little left. And not only that, but I'm giving up hope. And the prophet Elijah he says to her, "Don't be afraid. Go ahead and do what you said, but make a little bread for me first. Then use what's left." Now remember, she only had a little handful. So make some for me first, then use what's left to prepare a meal for yourself and your son. And then he goes and he gives her the word of the Lord, for this is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says: there will always be flour and olive oil left in your containers until the time the Lord sends rain and the crops begin to grow. In that moment, she made a choice to live life God's way. In that moment, she made a choice to take the little bit of flour in her hand and the little bit of oil and basically pour it out before the Lord and then take care of herself and her son.